Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome to my newest and latest channel update. It's been a long while, hasn't it? I am aware, I am sorry for this. However, while I have not been particularly active on my channel, it doesn't mean I have not been busy. I was in fact busy recording a new playthrough for you, which the first videos of will go live shortly after this very video you're watching right about now. So just stay tuned and in a few hours time most likely, give or take a few, you'll see the first video of my new Endless Legend playthrough. And just to top it off, it's not just any playthrough, it's a completed playthrough. Indeed, I decided to do it in such a way so that there would not be no delays between the first and the last video of this series. Everything is pre-recorded, and as a result, for the first time ever, those videos will be uploaded on a tight schedule that you can follow, and you will always be informed as to when a new video goes live and when you can expect it, which I'm experimenting to see if you guys will enjoy and if you will like it. I'm aware that by doing so, I'm taking away some of the viewer interaction from you guys, which everybody likes. I like viewer interaction, most of you all probably. But at the same time, I wanted you to not have to suffer through any delays or technical difficulties or whatever. So that's why I waited to finish recording this playthrough before publishing it on YouTube. I hope you understand and just let me know what you think about the format once you actually see it. But I do think it's gonna be nice. Either way, that's just the first of the big news, because aside from that new playthrough, there are some news that Amplitude shared with us that I would like to briefly discuss. So first, but not foremost, is this thing. And not that thing, but this thing. Endless Legend expansion, Endless Legend Shadows. It's, well, one of the reasons why I'm really happy actually that I pre-recorded my incoming Endless Legend playthrough is because I did actually have a long break recording it because of this thing. I obviously knew about it long beforehand, and as a result, well, I had, let's just say, better things to do than record my already started Endless Legend playthrough. Not to say I don't enjoy recording, but you know, this thing is pretty great. And just let me say this, I'm not allowed to discuss the contents of the Shadows in details or anything that has not been already announced, right? But I can tell you for a fact that it's pretty effing good, and I personally enjoyed a great deal. Let's use a comparison, and you know that I personally hate this comparison, but it actually will work for a change. Remember Civilization 5? Yes, you do. It was on its own kind of bland, but after it had its expansions added, in particular Brave New World, it actually started being a lot better, didn't it? Yes, indeed, that's at least how most players viewed the Brave New World expansion. It really improved the gameplay by a lot. Now, Endless Legend by itself was already a much better game than that, in my opinion. But the Shadows expansion does the same thing to Endless Legend that the Brave New World did to Civ 5. It improves it greatly. I am thoroughly in love with this expansion, and it's absolutely great. If you don't want to know why, just read this out. That should be enough for you to be convinced that yes, there are reasons to enjoy this expansion a lot. And it's not only because the new faction, the Forgotten, may or may not be my new favorite faction, like even more favorite than the other mages, who I always liked the most ever since I first saw Endless Legend in Paris. So yeah, wait for that, it's gonna be pretty sickeningly awesome. Now, another thing that you all are probably aware, and the reason why I started this video on this screen, is because of that. Endless Legend 2 has... Endless Legend? No. Endless Space 2, in fact, has been announced. As an officially announced, you can visit this website to have a look at it, and I thoroughly encourage you to do so. I have stated my opinion on this several times already, but just in case you missed it. Out of all the games that Amplitude Studios made, I liked Endless Space 1 the most. Yes, I acknowledge that Endless Legend revolutionized the genre the most, and I'm extraordinarily happy that it was created, and on a more objective level and technical level, gameplay level, it's far superior to Endless Space 1. In my opinion, it's just a better game. But on a more subjective level, I enjoyed playing Endless Space 1 more. That I still obviously love Endless Legend, is just, I love sci-fi, what can I say, I really do. I loved how you could customize your custom factions in Endless Space 1, the ambience, the everything. I'm a sci-fi man, what can I say. And I knew about it ahead of time as well, as you might imagine. But it's absolutely amazing news, and right now there is basically nothing released about this officially. You can watch the trailer if you visit the site, but it's not a very long trailer. So if you want to know more about this, I personally would recommend you to just follow the updates, and that could also have something to do with Gamescom. There's a high likelihood that Amplitude will be obviously talking about Endless Space 2 at Gamescom, so, you know, for the news, or in fact if you're there, well then, you can visit obviously the Amplitude booth, no problems. And there is also one more announcement that I would personally like to make. I'll be at the Gamescom myself, so if you happen to be there, we might actually meet each other, maybe have a little chit-chat. Obviously, there are two ways for us to meet. One, option A, you can just hope to somehow randomly bump into me at the Gamescom and somehow recognize me even though I never showed my face on the internet, so that'll be a bit challenging. Of course, I'll be spending most of my time around the Amplitude booth, but I'll still be traveling around a lot. I do want to see the Gamescom after all, so, you know, option A, not necessarily recommended. We might bump into each other at Amplitude's booth, but it's not a guarantee. Option B, however, is much more likely and a much more surefire way of meeting me. Is for you to come to this thing, Beer Together, that Amplitude is gonna have at Gamescom. So yes, you do need to be at least 18 for obvious reasons, but I'll be there as well, so if you wanna chit-chat, this is the most certain way of doing so, and I will happily meet some more of you guys. I already met a few of you, last time was at Beer Together, so that was fun, and I'm looking forward to meeting more of you, because those kind of events are fun. And you also, aside from me, will get to know the Amplitude creators, developers, a little bit better as well. They are really cool guys, and you're gonna have a good time if you go to this event. Either way, that's a lot of exciting news. I hope that I just showed you, and that's pretty much what this video is about. Soon enough, you can expect my first Endless Legends series video, and with that video I'll also post the official schedule. I don't wanna say it right now in this video in case I have to adjust it based on when this videocast, the one that you're watching right now, is uploaded. But with that being said, I have nothing more to add. Get hyped for the Shadows expansion, it's worth it. Get hyped for Endless Space 2, because it's Endless Space 2. I'm sorry, I'm kinda happy about it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. It was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Bomber, and I'll see you online.